Hey guys, right, today I'm going to be doing this it looks complicated but it really isn't. It's a reciprocal gradient using CND Shellac and CND Additives. I'm also going to be using something called Empower Nail Art, and I'll put all the links to that and my previous video on Empower Nail Art in the description box. If you watch the fingernail fixer videos a lot, you'll know exactly what that is. So if you want to know how to recreate this look, then stay tuned. So you're going to be needing CND Shellac, and I've chosen a dark colour today. I've chosen Midnight Swim. And to seal in the additives, I've got clearly pink, but you could use top coat if you wanted to. And for the design I'm doing today, I'm using Gilded Gleam, Titanium Pearl, and Midnight Tide. So I'll just get those pots ready really quickly. I think the neons, irresistible neon nail shadows, would look really cool using this effect. So there's those 3 pots. And here's my Midnight Swim already prepared. That's 2 coats. So all I'm going to do is just start with the Gilded Gleam, and I'm just going to basically separate the nail into 3 parts. And do it that way. So burnish it in and start fading it down onto the Titanium Pearl. And burnish those together and fade that down. So this is sort of like a metallic look. Right, I would normally work out of my lids, but I'm not being very careful today, but I recommend decanting the additives into the lid and working from it that way. I'm just going to go back for a little more Titanium Pearl to smooth it out. And then I'm just going to blend those all together, give them a really good burnishing so they take on a really smooth metallic look, if you can see that. And then all I'm going to do now is just seal that with my clearly pink and just float it over the top to seal so you don't pull off any of the additive with it. And then that can go in the lamp for 2 minutes. So that's come out of the lamp and that's cured now. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my Empower Nail Art misprints, which are ones that have not come out properly, and Lucian, who is the Empower Nail Art man, as I like to call him, sells these off. I think they're $25 for a pack of 5 misprints, but these make brilliant sort of colour blocking and masking, because they literally stick to anything. So what I've done 2 chevron strips using just regular pinking shears, which is the zigzag pair of scissors, and you can get those from any craft shop. And so I've got my 2 pieces here, and that's what they look like. You can make them any thickness you want. What I will say is when you're cutting them with the pinking shears, make sure the points line up so you get a true chevron shape. So I'm just going to grab my tweezers and pull off the Empower, and then I'm going to stick this in a vertical line, and with a sort of rubber hoof stick I'm just going to smooth it out. The inhibition layer is still there because we're going to be adding additives again on top. Smooth that down, and then I'm going to be adding a second stripe on the other side. And try and match up the chevrons like that. Right, what I'm going to do is put that a little bit closer in there. so it's got some space around the side as well. There you go, and just make sure it's all smoothed out, just so you don't get any additive bleeding underneath. It's going to give a blended effect anyway because of the gradient, but so don't worry if it does, but do as best you can on smoothing it out. And now we're going to just reverse it, so I'm going to start at the top with Midnight Tide up here. Right, and try and be quite gentle, you don't want it to move. And then obviously the titanium pearl is going to be in the middle anyway. And then Gilded Gleam on the bottom. It looks quite messy at this point, but all will be revealed afterwards. Right, and then I'm just going to wipe my brush off and just really, really gently pull off any excess, just hardly touching it. So that's what it should look like at the end. And then what we're going to do is remove our Empower, and hopefully we'll have like a gradient effect. Yeah, so what you've got there is the gold on the bottom and on the top, a bit like a cool chevron shape. So what I'll do, I'll top coat that and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so these are the finished designs and I absolutely love them. I love just the way they graduate into each other. Yeah, so have a play with these guys. The possibilities are absolutely endless, and I don't think it matters what combination additive you choose, it'll look really cool, whichever one you choose. Right, links to Empower Nail Art I will put in the description bar, and links to Sweet Squared, which is where I get my additives from. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. If you recreate this look, if you could just tag me in it. I'm on Instagram, I'm at @TheRealMrsGray. And yeah, so I shall see you in the next video, guys, and thank you for watching. Bye.